Welcome to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob, on this series, Everything is Possible. I have a very special guest from Las Vegas. Welcome back, singer, songwriter, recording artist, Holly Lieba.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
A pleasure, and it's great we're doing an in-person interview. I know last time was virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we have a lot more stories to share and upcoming shows and who knows what else, but we're going to get into that. Yeah, so thank you again for accepting my invitation to come back on the show, and here we are.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I did see you at the Las Vegas Singer-Songwriter Showcase.
Yes.
At the Old Red. That was really cool. My first time there.
It was my first time there. I tried
Okay.
I tried getting in a while ago, and I'm under 21, so they wouldn't let me in. And I guess I came too late. I think the cutoff is 11 when you're not allowed.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And so actually, like, one of my friends couldn't come to the show because he's under 21.
Oh, really?
I felt so bad. I was like, dang it. But it's okay. It was still fun.
It was still fun.
But they were like, yeah, you got to be done by 11. You're all getting kicked out. We were like, oh, no.
Oh, is that what they said for this recent show?
Yes, for the show
Oh,
you were
wow,
at. So I was
okay.
like, oh, I better go up before
Gotta go
11.
on right
yeah.
at 10:55.
Yeah,
sure.
literally, that's, I think, what I did. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, I got to say, everyone that was there from who I met was really great. I mean, they just welcomed me and just pleasure meeting them as well. So it was great. And even your performance with Dylan was just really good. It's acoustic vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen your videos, but seeing the acoustic side of it was just very intimate and just for that realm.
I love acoustic vibes.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, more than the whole full band and.
Sometimes, because I can hear myself.
Oh,
and
that
so
too.
sometimes it's easier because you're not like, oh, I can't hear, and because the more instruments you have, the harder it is to get the sound right and all that. So.
Is it? Wow. Even with the earplugs from the monitors?
I don't get earplugs. I'm not cool enough
like,
for that.
Like at all in the other shows in the
No, most shows.
Really?
I don't think I've ever done a show
Smith
that
Center or anything?
No, I didn't
What?
get earplugs.
Not even there?
No.
Oh,
that
shoot.
was fine though because they
Okay.
got their sound like perfect.
Yeah.
So nothing's overpowering. No, I've never done. I would love to. That's how I know I'll make it when I get earplugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they'll definitely have HL on the initials. Yes.
Please. Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Well, one thing about my guests that come on is to share their foundation of where Holly Lieba started from the chapter one of the desire to want to sing, when you discovered yourself in that realm of wanting to become a Las Vegas. Well, I don't know about Las Vegas at the time, but just the singer songwriter. Learning that discovery of yourself. So if you want to share where you're from, and then we can go to the start of the foundation of the discovering yourself of, wow, I love the way I sound in singing, and we can go from there.
Yeah, well, I started out in musical theater, and I would actually go to different states to do shows. So I did a show in Seattle, I've done a show in California. So because I did musical theater, like the technique you have to learn, it's very strict because they all want you to sound like kind of the same a little bit. They want you to have that same vibe because whoever you're playing, they want those characters to sound the same. So growing up, that was like what I did, and I wanted to like do musical theater. And COVID happened, and that wasn't an option anymore. Wow. And so I knew I still wanted to sing. I knew I still wanted to act, but I can't go on stage, and I couldn't for a while because no one was allowed to even do this. Like, you couldn't be around anyone. Right. And so I think everyone went in a state of depression during COVID. It was because it lasted way longer than anyone thought it would. Yeah. And so I was still singing, but then I was like 12 when COVID hit. So for me, that's when your voice changes, and that's when, everything changes, really. You're almost a teenager. And so I stopped really liking my voice, honestly. I was like, I don't want to sing. I don't like how it's sounding. It's not sounding the way I'm used to. And there's COVID. I can't even perform. And it's all this stuff. And eventually what really brought me back into music was writing, because I had all these thoughts and, COVID, you're alone, you're home. I had all the time in the world. I always loved writing, but specifically during that time, I had a million things to write about. And I just started writing, and I would show it to my parents, and they liked it, but I'm like their parents, so, they're going to like it. But eventually I started performing at this place called Taverna Costera, and I did covers, and I came back with a very different sound. Like, my voice was very different. It's what you hear now. Maybe a little younger, because I was 16 when I started like singing, like 15, 16 when I started singing again. And one of the people there, they said, do you write music? And I said, I do. And he's like, well, I was going to give you my music because I like your voice, but if you write, you should perform your own music. I give them a lot of credit because I don't know if I would have done it that fast, but I found a guitarist and I gave them my music, and then I finally performed it and people loved it.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. Because originally, like, I was just writing for me, and then when I see that people relate to it and everyone's going through a version of what I was going through, it felt like, oh, wow. It's not even just for me anymore, it's for them.
Yeah, they connected with your song.
Exactly.
The
so
lyrics
then,
and everything.
exactly. And that's that was amazing for me. So then I just kept writing, and as I've gone along, I've learned, maybe don't put the highest note in the world with the lowest note in the world next to each other, which I maybe didn't know at 16 because I wasn't thinking
you're learning,
of singing live, but now I'm like picking up on that stuff where, I'm now writing with the idea of, oh, I could perform this now. Whereas before I kind of was just writing because it was like therapy. So yeah, that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
No, thank you for sharing that. And it gives you that boost of confidence, right? When someone compliments your songwriting and you're like, whoa, we love this. And they connect, you're like, oh shoot, like you just feel like this is the journey for me.
It's the best compliment I
could
get. It is,
of course.
For me, like songwriting, because I had so much insecurity in that, because it's very vulnerable to write a song because it could be bad. Like, some people might, like, it depends on who you ask. Because some people might look at Taylor Swift and be like, oh, she's not that good. But she's doing pretty well,
Yeah.
So it's like she's got haters, but people love her. And that's what matters. So it's like, you have to be
haters?
Oh, for sure. Everyone has,
Yeah.
But like,
when you hear her music, you're like, how can you hate that?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, some people hate to hate, but you're never going to be everyone's cup of tea. So it's like, you have to be careful who you listen to, but also listen to feedback. It's very like,
Yeah, and then the thing that's true is you learn from feedback as well. Sometimes it could be good feedback.
Yeah.
Nothing that's like, that's how you learn and grow, right? When people share, even those that are very experienced, and they're just like, hey, I think you should try this, and then it could be the greatest thing that happened for you because you're like, oh wow, I didn't even know I was missing that.
Yes.
And then when you do and you take their advice, it's not that they're putting you down or being hard on you. It's just they're just giving you really great advice that can help you along the way of the journey. And there's that saying that people will come into your life for a season that will either teach you something or are there for a season just to help you along your journey.
Yeah.
And then they might not even be there anymore.
But they
were there for a reason, and we all discover that, and we learn along the way. Like, thank you for those that have been part of that journey to where I'm at.
Well, I think about that even with songwriting of a lot of the people I wrote songs about. They're not in my life anymore.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
They showed up for a reason.
They showed up for a reason. For songs to be out there, people can relate. I've been through that.
Yeah, it's like I don't know that, and people, do they know that song's about them? No, they don't know that they mattered that much to me.
Well,
a lot of
true.
them, So it's like that even goes to songwriting that. People come and go, and you can look back at a song and be like, oh, that meant everything. But
sometimes it takes a song for that other person to be like, oh, wow, I didn't know I meant that much to them.
I know. None of the people that I've written songs about know it's about them. Well, so, yeah.
That's part of the mystery, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping that a mystery.
So, one thing I remember from our last interview, you mentioned about your voice, that you were discovering your voice, and that you were trying to see how it was going to help you to accept it because you're trying to figure it out. Yeah. During that time, I mean, like a lot of us, we go through our own stages where we kind of get insecure and we kind of feel like we run through these thoughts of like, well, what are they going to think?
Yeah.
My first show, how are they going to accept my voice or accept this or that of who I am? How did you overcome that, or how you deal with that when you first started?
And I think I might have said this before. I think that the passion has to be stronger than the fear. You have to just go for it because it's never going to be enough. And like I said, people are always going to find something they don't like. You could be getting everything right and people be like, she's so perfect. Who does she think she is? Like, people are never going to be satisfied. So you just have to like understand that there's going to be a lot of insecurity and you need to go for it. And some people are going to like the flaws that you have. Some people are going to like that because they'll relate to it more than, you're making yourself as perfect as possible. But also just, like working hard, like don't, just because you've gotten where you want to be vocally doesn't mean that you're there yet, keep practicing. And I could honestly practice more with my voice. I used to practice more as a kid than I do now, but like if you do have insecurity in a note or something, you know, just practice. Just
practice.
go to your piano or something
Yeah.
and go over the note a few times. Eventually it will work. That's
Yeah.
how it works. Practice makes perfect. So
It does.
it's that happy medium of working, but also knowing, you know, you're never going to be perfect, you know.
Right.
So.
And also, this is who I am. Accept it, or you like it or you don't.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. So yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be a point where it was very hard, though, right?
Yes. When I was like younger, I stopped singing because it was so hard.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Now, singing or the part of just accepting?
Singing.
Really?
I
Okay.
acted instead. I thought that would be better. But acting also has a lot of insecurity in it as well. Acting is really, really hard. People don't realize how hard it is. I think it's sometimes harder than singing, but that's just me. But yeah, no, I got, when I was like 13, 14, I was like, I don't want to sing anymore. I'm done.
Wow.
I don't like it.
Just like that. Just
Yeah,
cut it
well,
off.
because I was the musical theater mindset too.
Okay.
Well, I think when you write music, there's more room to like not be like so perfect, because
Okay.
people I think the more perfect, the less people will be drawn to you. So for me, when I started writing music, I was like, this is so new and different for me, and it's like I don't feel this need to like have it sound right. But yeah, no, definitely there's, and I still deal with insecurity all the time. It doesn't go away. I don't think it ever will.
Well, I think we all deal with that.
Yeah, I don't
times
think
we're
it'll
like,
ever
oh,
go
there it
away.
is.
Yeah, no, but I'm also proud of myself.
No,
So,
you've come a long way.
Thank you. Yeah.
And one thing too is the fear, right, of the unknown or just the uncertainties.
Mm-hmm.
That fear can also be the fuel to get you on stage.
Yes.
That push.
That's
you know what I mean?
true. Yeah.
Because if you're too comfort and you don't have that push within you, you might still back out. You might still be like, I don't know. But if you have that adrenaline, that fear that shows up, you're like, oh, there it is. But I'm going because I'm gonna face it. And then once you're done with it, and you look back, you're like, oh, I'm glad I did it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So fear is not always a bad thing. It's just sometimes
No.
it could be that push you need. Like, gotta do it. Well, speaking of songs, so your first single, is it Close We Are?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to share the story behind that?
Yeah, so I wrote this one in a grocery store, actually.
A grocery store?
Yes.
Okay.
I wrote it, and I actually still relate to this song maybe the most. I wrote it simply about not knowing how close I was to people in my life I cared most about, and I think that's like a very, like, you're afraid to say what you feel because you're like, well, what are we? What do I mean to you? I don't know what, I know what you mean to me, but do I mean more than you do? Or like, you know, it's always that fear of you mean way more to me than I ever could mean to you, you know, and it's like, I kind of had this thought of not knowing, you know, and the uncertainty of that, and I called it Close We Are, and at first I was like, that doesn't make sense, but then I thought about it, I was like, well, it's kind of interesting, because you have to listen to the song to, you know, I don't know how close we are. I could have called it that, but I just thought it'd be interesting to call it Close We Are.
Close We Are.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay. And yeah, there are times where you want to, I guess, you build up the courage to let someone know how you feel, how close we are, right? I mean, that sometimes not always.
It's not always the answer.
Because you're like,
no.
how are they going to say, or what, you know, or how they're going to take that. But yeah, I mean.
And I think it's common that we always think we care more. And you know, you
true.
always think, I care so much more than you do. Why do you not care? And that might not always be true.
Right.
You know, a lot of us do hide how we feel as well. I definitely care way more than I let on, unless I'm writing about it. But like, I definitely, you know, we all put on, we don't want to be seen as like, you know, sensitive or any of that. But yeah, I was just kind of feeling that, and until the chorus was the last thing I came up with, and I had all the verses, and then it kind of just came to me, and I was like, oh my God, that's it, and it was great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's always great when you come up, like, as a songwriter, when you come up with that, like, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. I finished it.
Yeah,
and
even if it
like,
takes you a week or a month, and
Yeah.
then finally you just get it right.
I just had it, and I was like, there it is, because I had the idea for like a while, like the verses and the pre-chorus, everything, and it's just the chorus. And now that's a lot of people's favorite part, and I was like, wow, that was the last thing I did. And
Wow, interesting.
usually what you're most proud of is what you write first, and then what you do last, that's like, okay, adding on. But for that song, it was like the most important part is the chorus, so you don't have a song without a chorus usually.
Right.
And so I was like, I need a chorus. I can't just keep, you know, singing verses. And I knew it needed one. So I'm happy with
That's
how
good.
that one turned out.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you. Which grocery store were you at when you did this?
Vaughn's.
Oh, Vaughn's, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was
Vaughn's.
curious when you mentioned grocery store. I was like, I wonder which one.
Yeah, that's when I finished it.
Wow.
So yeah, good thing that we needed meat, because who knows, maybe it wouldn't have
right?
come to me.
See what I mean? Little trips like that could be the next big hit single. You never know.
Yeah. I
Cool.
wrote another song in Chili's.
In Chili's?
Yeah, inside of Chili's, I just started
Wow.
writing. So it's like sometimes I need to be out to come up with it.
Hey, those really interesting places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, your next single, End of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one about?
That one, so it starts with go away, don't go away, go away, don't go away, and I think that's the perfect way to explain it. It's about knowing someone's so bad for you, but you can't let them go.
Oh, that one. Okay.
You can't let them go. Go away, don't go away, go away, don't go away. Like you just
stuck
can't.
in the cycle.
You're
of the
stuck
repeat.
because you love the way they make you feel, even if they actually don't make you feel good. Even if they're really not good for you, and you need to let them go. I'll do it at the end of tomorrow. I'll do it later.
Yeah. Interesting.
And it sucks to let go of someone that means so much. It's like, I think, the worst thing ever, but you have to. And I eventually did with that person.
Well,
so,
right. Well, I'm glad.
But,
but that's the thing. A lot of your songs are by experience, right?
Oh yeah, all of them.
All of them.
I don't think I could write about something I don't know about. So.
Oh well,
yeah.
that's good. That way, a lot of people could relate.
Yeah.
But I could relate to that. I'm like, yeah, I've been there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The cycle of the repeat of
like,
in
wait,
and
I
out
miss
of-
you.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
So.
But
Yeah.
we all learn from it. And it's very interesting because once you do let them go, right, officially, like no more back and forth, the one that's for you will come in, and then it's like, oh, I should have let this person go a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we were waiting.
Your
I mean,
person-
you just have to really release that person.
Exactly, because your person will not make you feel like that. They
Oh
won't.
no, of
Yeah.
course not. But yeah, I've heard testimonies and like, yeah, once I realized how much time I wasted when I could have just let go. And
Exactly.
then the room for the one that comes in.
Exactly.
But because you keep holding on, you're pushing that blessing further away.
And it's just the longer you hold on, the harder it is to let go.
Well, yeah, that too.
So it's like, it's so hard.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I don't
We
like
can have
it.
another episode on this about relationships and yeah, all that great stuff. Okay, so that's what End of Tomorrow's about.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, which I've seen her on videos and I think live as well, is The Addict Inside, which I think everyone's pretty, is one of the popular songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's the story behind that one?
That one, same person
thing,
I wrote
okay.
End of Tomorrow about, but this one, it goes a little deeper into maybe who the person
Oh,
was.
okay.
They struggled with a bit of that, Addict Inside, they struggled, and it made me think about how they were sort of something I was addicted to as well, and how I think it roots from how you were raised and how, there's a line in it that says fed from silver knives, and it's the opposite of you're fed the silver spoon or everything's handed to you, but what about the people that were fed the silver knife that, they scrape themselves and they don't know where to go.
Wow.
And so I kind of had that. That's how the song started, was I thought of that. And I think there's a quote or something like that. So I'm no genius with that, but it made me think of writing the song, and, that at the time, like I said, that person meant a lot to me. So I just decided to write about it. And yeah, that one's a deeper dive about kind of who they were as a person.
Interesting. And that's the one that a lot of your shows, you do sing that one, right? The Addict
Yeah,
Inside.
that one's the hardest song I've ever written to sing.
The hardest?
Yes.
Wow.
That
Okay.
one's really hard to sing. It's hard to play. It's so all over the place vocally. It was one of the first songs I wrote. It was one I remember I showed it to my dad on my bed, and he was like, "You're a good songwriter." And like I was like, "Oh my god."
What a compliment.
Like that, and
Yeah.
he already did, but that one, I think that one struck a nerve a little bit more. It's a little more going on lyrically, and so I remember when I wrote it, it was just piano. And I sometimes think about like doing a version of that with piano, because it is very different. Like the version I have out now is like everything. But yeah, interesting.
Very interesting. So these songs, where did you record them at?
Different places. I
okay.
I recorded Close We Are with Bryce Salvador, I believe is his last name. And he lives in Georgia now, or else I definitely would have kept working with him, because he's incredible. And then I produced End of Tomorrow and Addict Inside with Blake Wisner. He's also very good. and he moved to California. They all moved.
Wow, they're all moving.
They're like, we worked with Holly, we're done.
We're good. We did our part.
We were gonna go now.
Yeah,
and so
like I said about the seasons, right? People come and go.
Yeah, and so then he left, and then for my other two, I did Electric Shop, and they really specialize in working with live music. So that was really fun for me to like work, because all my songs have like real instruments, but for them they were all fully like every little bit of it was authentic, which was really cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And at the moment I'm working with Sam Friend, who's another producer. So I've worked with 4.
Really?
I swear I'm not crazy. 2 of them moved. So that's not on me, but yeah. So I've gotten the chance to work with quite a few people. So it's very interesting.
Very interesting.
To see the differences.
Yeah.
But I've actually enjoyed all of it. All of them. Like there's not one where I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. And so what is next for you? What's coming for Holly?
I have a new song I'm working on that I'm producing. I'm actually going to go in the studio this weekend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm working on that song, and I'm hoping to release it in August.
In August?
I'm hoping,
wow,
yeah.
around the corner.
I need to finish it, and I need to like actually make promo, and I haven't done either.
Okay.
So once I do that, I'm going to release that.
I'm glad. Can we get a little behind the scenes on this song of what you're working on?
Yeah, so this is a lot of my friends' favorite. It's called Colored Sky, and I believe I performed it at Ole Red, and this was a song I wrote like a really long time ago, and I needed more songs to fill my set, and I went back to my demos and I listened to the song. I was like, oh yeah, let's add this, and people loved it. People like it's a lot of people's favorite song, and it's like very surprising to me because I added it as a last resort.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh my God, like one of my friends like did an essay on it, on the lyrics, and he was like, I love this song. I was like, okay, if people like it, I should maybe release it. And so, and a lot of people were like, when are you gonna release it? When are you gonna? So
that's cool.
Decided, that one. So
all right.
Yeah.
So you go in the studio to start recording?
Yeah, well, I already have done most of it.
Oh, you did already?
Yeah, it's you do like instruments and like vocal and harmony, like you do them all on separate days. For me, at least that's what I've experienced, so that it can be perfect or as close to perfect as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it should be done before August coming up?
Better be, yeah.
It better, better be.
I hope so.
Like, hope the team are aware of that.
No. That would be on me if it's not. But I'm thinking definitely, yeah.
Cool, nice. Any upcoming shows, live shows?
Not at the moment. I've gotten pickier about what I say yes to.
Oh.
There was a time when I was kind of doing a lot of shows, and I got to a place where I was like, if I say yes to everything, it won't feel as good for me, because sometimes the venues aren't always the greatest experience.
Oh,
so
really?
I've gotten a lot pickier to where, I did Ole Red, which was a really awesome experience, and I just did Smith Center.
Yeah, I remember footage from that.
That one was amazing, and the space where they're just good opportunities for me. So I'm just getting a little pickier at what I look at versus maybe like last year I was saying yes to more. So
interesting. Well, I'm glad you have that where you're just kind of like picky about that instead of just yes to everything from your experiences. Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing about your journey is that you discovered yourself growing up, right, of your voice and all that. And now you look back on your timeline from when you started to where you're at now. It's just been really to the point of like you want to help others as well, other musicians and songwriters. Yeah. Because of what you've learned from that timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes I feel like I still need so much help. Like I've had some people reach out for advice, and it's like, I'm in your same boat. I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't really always feel like I'm really, even though I have been doing it a while, I feel like there's just so much I still need to learn. And everyone always jokes like, oh, you're a baby because I'm 18. I'm almost 19, July 23rd, I'm 19. So I don't know.
It's coming up.
I don't know when this comes out, but I might be 19 by the time it comes out, or almost.
Okay.
But yeah, but people are always like, you're a baby, you've got, so much ahead of you, and that is true as well.
Very true.
But yeah, anyone who ever asks advice, I'm always like happy to share it, and also ask them for their advice for me as well, because I feel like it goes both ways.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you already have that mindset to want to help others along their journey.
For sure.
Which is very important. And yeah, they'll be open to, which I know you are as well as I am, to also learn from other people. Because, there's other people I've met, I'm like, wow, dude, like, thanks for even taking the time to share that, because that's great advice that you can never pay back, but it's for a certain point in your life that you'll need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yes, you're barely going to turn 19, but think of it in a journey of like, let's say this takes off, which it will, and then you're in the 20s and 30s and 40s and all that, albums and tours. But when you're at the point of your life in your 80s, maybe around the 90s, and you look back, your music will always be there. Your videos of the performances will always be on YouTube or whatever channels that people can always watch. But what do you want your fans and your family and your friends to remember Holly Lieba when they look back, when you're at your age of heading out, right? I mean, we all get through it. Life's not forever, but you always want, like, what would we remember Holly by? What would you want them to remember by?
I'd say, like, for me, like, I think I never thought that I'd end up writing music, even though I'm doing it now. Like, I never thought that would happen, and I just did it. And I never did it for other people, and I still don't do it for other people. And, like, the reason I stopped singing at one point is because I felt like I was. And I don't want to ever do anything if it's not for me. So I'd say, like, something I'd like to be remembered by is that, like, I stayed true to myself, and I do my best not to listen when other people maybe have their thoughts.
Right.
You know? And so I hope to stay that way, even though it's hard sometimes, to just do what you love. And if I decide one day, you know, I want to take a break again and I want to focus on something else, you know, you have every right to do that.
You do.
You have every right. You have one life to live, and do it with the people you love most and do what you love most. You know, don't do something because you think you should. So I'd say maybe that.
Oh yeah, well said. Yeah, thanks for that answer. And it's very true. If there is something that, another opportunity that comes up for you to learn, it's okay to take a break and discover other abilities and skills that you have.
Yeah, and it's just important for me to remind myself I do it because I love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. You want all the success, you want the fans, you want all of that, but you know, it's not fun unless your heart's in it. So yeah.
And you're really passionate and on fire for it.
Yeah, because, and that's why when people talk about AI music and all that, it's like, that's not passion, that's a computer. So, you know.
Well, that's true. It's very easy to make. Yeah.
It's so easy. Like, some people just want to do music and, you know, they just go into their computer and do all that, and that's fine. But, you know, it's important to remember, like, there's so much beauty in writing, and
there is,
and releasing that, and people relate to that so much more. So yeah.
And especially the scent of a studio when you walk in, you're like, oh, I'm home.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've been to some studios back home, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Just the studio, the console, just everything. You're like, wow, that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
So, very cool. Well, for the viewers to stay updated on your new release coming out in August and your future shows.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully we'll see, if not September. But I'm going to say August, yeah.
What's your links for, like, Instagram, Facebook, and website?
Holly Lieba. Holly, Lieba.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
On everything,
on everything.
Everything, it's all Holly Lieba.
And then your music's on Spotify,
my music,
Apple?
I have 4 songs released. Close We Are, End of Tomorrow, Addict, Inside, and Another Winter, which is like one I released a few months ago as well. And then hopefully the 5th will be added.
Yeah, so after the 5th is out, which is maybe August, September, do you want to collaborate all these songs to like an EP or an album, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. It's just so hard when you're basically unknown to release like an EP, because I mean, if I could, I like release the songs I already have, but then I don't know if people would listen because they're like, well, we know those songs. So I'd have to like have a few songs in there that people don't know, but then an EP is like a few songs, and then you're getting through it so much quicker. So I want to also leave space to always have a song to release. Even though I usually do, I do have a lot of songs, but it is hard to produce, so I kind of like spread it out a little bit.
No, I'm glad.
But if I was definitely like bigger, I would have an album. I would love that. That'll be the goal one day. One day I'll have an album. Well,
I mean, I think you're already somewhat at that status to bring that out. I mean, especially playing at the Smith Center, I'm like, whoa. Like,
I know
what status that is.
That one was really, really, really fun. That was one of my favorites. I was like nervous actually for that one.
Really?
I don't usually get nervous, and I was like, wait, I'm nervous. Yeah.
Like, hold on, guys, let's not start. I'm nervous.
Wait,
hold on, guys.
Wait, I have to go up there because there's moments when before I sing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to like actually lock in. Like I can't just like, fart off.
Nope.
I have to like go on stage.
You're on stage.
And, like,
everyone's waiting.
Actually sing.
Action. Yeah.
Like it makes me so happy, but I'll be like, what if I like forget what I'm doing? But it's okay. It never happens.
Well,
so.
I'm glad it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's also the experience of that you can look back and be like, I did it.
Yeah.
So it can help fuel your other shows, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been there. I've seen a friend of mine, Rita Lim, perform there, and it's well put venue.
And beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Very
it's
beautiful.
Really beautiful. It's so cool.
And you also had like an orchestra, right?
Yes.
And, like even that, I was like, what?
Yes, we did a sound check for that, and it was so cool because a lot of them are just learning the song in that moment too. Like they don't.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, and they're just such pros that they can get it so fast.
That's incredible. Just in that moment, really there was no rehearsal or anything.
Well, that was the rehearsal, but it was the day of, and that was the same when I did the space. Like a lot of them actually didn't like. Some of them didn't know the song, and they were like, "Oh, it's this song. We thought it was that. Okay, it'll be fine." And they got it like perfect. Like they're just that good. Incredible. I don't know how they do that.
That's
For me,
awesome.
I'm like I had to take the time to memorize the song, and I'm just singing. But yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad there are musicians out there that just pick it up quick, where you don't have to take a week or a month to do
and
it.
like that's why they're there.
Well, and that's why they're there.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So.
Well, Holly, it was such a pleasure to have you on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And guys, if you'd like to come on and share your story, testimony, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. I believe every story matters. Every story can impact someone's life by watching this, who either is starting a new dream, resurrecting an old dream, or on the edge of giving up. One story can impact someone's life to keep going, to not give up by stories like Holly's. So, thank you again, Holly. I wish you the best on your future with your music and shows. And thank you for being a light to other artists as well, because they will learn from you, and I know vice versa. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Guys, this is Joshua Jacob with Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. I will catch you on the next episode. Thank you for watching.
Bye.